Greetings, film fanatics. Filmholmes here, and welcome to another rendition of Too Many Movies. It's still the Halloween season, and I'm still watching movies that make me shit your pants. Or my pants, whatever. And one of my all-time favorite movies may not be a horror movie per se, but it scares me much more than most movies that are supposed to scare me. And it's still one of the best movies ever made. Always comes at the top of my list of films because it's a great cop movie, it's a great thriller, it's got some horror elements. Everything about it is wonderful. I'm going to start talking about it before I get to showing the movie poster and stuff. So, in this video, I'm going to talk about The Silence of the Lambs. I about swallowed my gum. So, Silence of the Lambs. Everyone knows this as Anthony Hopkins' American coming out party of people knowing who he was, and Jodie Foster again showing why she's such a brilliant actress. It won Best Picture, Best Director, Best Actor for a guy who was only on screen, what, 10, 12 minutes? I mean, that's amazing. Like I said, Best Actress, Best Actor, Best Adapted Screenplay. It's like, I think the last movie to win all the major categories, because those are the 5. Screenplay, Director, Picture, Actor, Actress. That's nearly impossible, but this movie deserves it. But the plot of Silence of the Lambs is this. There is a killer going around who is killing women and also skinning them alive. Pretty heavy stuff. I can't remember what. Buffalo Bill, if I remember right. Or Buffalo Bill. Yeah, it's Buffalo Bill. Sorry. I just watched this and I can't frickin' remember. But there's a young FBI... a newly, what am I trying to say? She's an FBI agent played by Jodie Foster, but she's new in the FBI. She just got her badge, and she's assigned this case to find out. Well, she goes to the sadistic Hannibal Lecter, who has been caught, played by Anthony Hopkins, to get his help. Like I said before, and the rest of the movie is her trying to track the killer while getting Hannibal Lecter's help, and you know, we also see Buffalo Bill, and he captures this new woman, and we see what he does with them, in a way. Real creepy stuff, until it finally comes out the end. Will Jodie Foster be able to capture this maniac, and what will happen with Hannibal Lecter? So that's Silence of the Lambs. I mean, this is one of the most solid scripts I've ever seen a film have. From beginning to end, you know, it has you from the very beginning to the end of this movie. And the characters, every character holds up. Especially Jodie Foster and Anthony Hopkins. I mean, it's 2 of the best actors of our generation. And there have been a few incarnations of Hannibal Lecter, but nobody does it like Anthony Hopkins. Nobody. Like I said, he's only on film for maybe 15 minutes. He should have had a supporting actor Oscar, but they wanted to give him the lead acting Oscar, and that's perfectly fine, because he created this iconic role. He did such a wonderful job, and you were just mesmerized by him every time he's on screen. He's that villain you hate to love because you do love him, but you got to remember too, he's a cannibal, he's a murderer, he's sadistic, he's vile, but he's also charming. You know, how can you not love someone like that? It reminds me of and now TV nowadays, Negan from The Walking Dead, kind of the same thing, except I don't think he's a cannibal, but I don't know, it's only like the 2nd episode of the season. But Jodie Foster, I think in her best role as Clarice, she plays it with such innocence because she's new, but she's got a strong heart and a strong will, and she is determined to prove herself as a woman, as an FBI agent, that she can do it all. And just because she's new and just because she's a woman doesn't mean shit. She's going to find this bastard and bring him down. And she's not going to be intimidated by some guy in a cage who eats people. And those scenes between Clarice and Hannibal Lecter is, some of my favorite scenes in film. But the story never gets boring. It never gets slow. We see a lot with Buffalo Bill and, you know, what he does with a new victim. And there's a lot of really gross stuff in the film. But it all comes together, and, you know, how Jodie Foster finds out certain things, how it might lead her to Buffalo Bill in the end, comes together beautifully, and it makes sense. The script is just phenomenally adapted. And like I said, the acting is just superb, but the movie is creepy. And I think a lot of that has to do with, I mean, the performances and the visuals, but also the score. The musical score for this is great. It's kind of like a horror movie, but it's also for a dramatic film. This movie was so many things, and I'm still so happy that it went mainstream. It became a huge hit. People did go to see it. It was a huge hit. And to this day, holds up as, to me, one of the best movies ever made. One of the best cop movies, one of the best thrillers, but one of the best movies. It's directed beautifully. It's edited perfectly. It really was the best picture. It really was. And it's great that it's, to this day, like still like the only horror movie or horror type movie to even be considered for a Best Picture nomination, and let alone it won. You know, but what can I say? I mean, the movie is just pure perfection. It is one of my all-time favorite movies. It is. And I realized that watching it again, I'm like, I love this movie. It has me in a trance from the very beginning to the last shot. And it just wraps itself up so beautifully. And I haven't seen any of the sequels. I don't really care to, because I don't want them to diminish, you know, the first film. And I doubt they will. But Silence of the Lambs, that's all I need. I just want that story. I want my Jodie Foster, my Anthony Hopkins, even the little side characters, you know, the doctor that Hannibal Lecter has like a little pissing contest with. That's a lot of fun, and even plays into the ending. Anthony Hopkins is wonderful to watch, but the dialogue is just great to listen to. Like I said, the script is so near perfection, so wonderfully adapted, and I'm just going to get repetitive, but this is a Halloween movie. This movie will scare you. It will give you the creeps. It will freak you out. Even if you watch in the dark, it will do, to me, more than what most horror movies will do for you. So if you've never seen it, please give it a try. But Silence of the Lambs is definitely a 5 out of 5. Definitely. And it is certainly a Halloween movie for this season. I'm glad I saw it. I mean, I knew I had it, but I was like, I want to watch Silence of the Lambs. It's Halloween, but at the same time, it's a great movie for any time of the year. I'll watch it Christmas morning. I don't care. It's that damn good. Please watch it if you have not. So, that was Too Many Movies. I'm Filmholmes. As you can see, I got more movies I got to watch. A few more videos to come up before the end of Halloween, and I will see you in those videos. Take care.